Hey, thanks for clicking on the video. This is going to be another episode of SNTR Gaming News talking about Halo Infinite Battle Royale and the dev team that might be working on it. We will also be checking out the weekly store update with the items and what's available. They have had some more commentary about the store items and why they can't break out the bundles and have them sold individually, even though people are asking for that. If you like these breakdowns and these weekly looks at the store, remember to hit subscribe and the bell button so you don't miss my streams. I'm going to end the previous stream and bring everybody over, and then I'm going to give you the information that you're probably looking for. This is an SNTR update. Halo Infinite Battle Royale has already been leaked, but we now may have information about the dev team that is working on it, which means it could be closer to arrival than before. If you like these quick SNTR updates, hit subscribe and the bell button so you don't miss my uploads. So Eurogamer had the following to say. Support studio Certain Affinity may be working on a new game mode for Halo Infinite. The news broke around the same time rumors bubbled up that Certain Affinity is also reportedly working on a Monster Hunter style co-op game with Xbox. So seemingly they are supporting some of the Microsoft efforts with new games or with an existing game, Halo Infinite. Now, this tip came from Windows Central, and Windows Central had the following to say. I've received some separate hints that Certain Affinity may also be working on a new game mode for Halo Infinite, which could be a take on the popular Battle Royale formula or something completely different entirely. Now, the history of Halo Infinite Battle Royale is not very long. It was leaked because of an audio file that was discovered of the announcer saying Battle Royale, which people are saying that could be a kill reward or that could be some sort of a call out. I highly doubt that is a call out in the game. It is likely a game mode. There's also been some leaked details about it being a 30-player squad-based Battle Royale with 3-man teams. That information seems, I think, from the sources that we received it from, to be pretty trustworthy. Like, they have good authority to say what they're saying about the fact that a Battle Royale is coming with the 3-man squads and 30 players. Not to mention right now, you can look in the game, there already is a storm shrinking mechanic. A storm that will kill you, and they call it like a hotspot or something, or I forget what they call it, but it's in the game mode called Attrition. So if you play Attrition, there's a shrinking storm mechanic that basically, you can't deny, looks a lot like how a Battle Royale would work. The other question you have to ask is, why did Dr. Disrespect change his tune? He was saying that Halo needs Battle Royale, basically saying it's not going to do well, it's going to flop without a Battle Royale. I think somebody got into his ear and said, hey, listen, it's coming, okay? He changed his tune shortly after the launch of the game and said, listen, I need to change the way I'm talking about this. It's not that Halo needs a Battle Royale, it's that Battle Royale needs Halo. This could be a very fresh take on the arena shooter influencing what a Battle Royale offers. Traditionally speaking, the competitive scene in the Battle Royale franchise hasn't done very well because of the RNG nature of the game. If you're unfamiliar with dropping into a BR, you don't know what weapons or shields or items you will get. It's all random. RNG stands for random number generator, and when you play a game like that, people will say there's too much RNG. An arena shooter could infuse its sort of balance and its competitive thrust into a BR setting to make it a lot more competitive and a lot more exciting. In my experience, BRs make for better daily streams because there's a narrative, there's a story, it's intense, and arenas are a little bit more of a meat grinder. However, if you watch the viewership of the HCS or the competitions, I think arena shooters bring a little bit more of that intensity. It's a lot clearer which team is better. Seeing reverse sweeps, seeing big plays by one player is a little bit more exciting than what happens traditionally in BRs, because BRs turn into a lot of non-engagement and a lot of conflict avoidance. BRs continue to lack competitive edge, I think, with the RNG baggage, and Halo Infinite could stand apart with their own BR. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and as always, we will see you in the next video. And I'll see the rest of you right now. Good afternoon and good evening, and welcome to the second show of the day. We will be looking at the Halo Infinite store items in about an hour. I'll get the game loaded up and ready to go so you can see what is available. Let's see here. Let me open up the game. There will be an update in about 50 minutes, but we did want to talk about this Battle Royale that may be coming to the game, and we may now know the developers who are working on it. I'm curious what you guys think. I'll give you the opportunity here in a moment to weigh in with a poll. I'm changing the thumbnail on the morning stream so that it doesn't have the live on there because we are no longer live. Thank you to everybody who tuned into that stream this morning. A ton of new subs and really a great total view count at the end of the day. Let me break out the YouTube chat so I can see what you guys are saying. This is a new stream, so make sure click the live chat. Click the live chat and then press the like button. We only need 15 more likes for our first 100 likes, so a really, really strong day today. BR needs Halo. Come on now. Well, look at it for what it is, Eugene. Why would he say that? Why would Doc say that? Unless he knew about something that was coming. He probably got some little nod or some little nudge from somebody to say, look, man, you're saying this, and you're going to be in a better position if you change your tune a little bit. I could see Doc playing a Halo BR, So if you look at what Doc said in context, it feels like he's doing a little bit of Halo PR. Now, why would he do that? In my mind, the only reason he would do that is because, it would it would be good for him to do it. I want to know. Halo Infinite Battle Royale. Would you play it? Would you play it? Yes or no? It's free, so you could check it out. You could try it. You could hate it after an hour. Who cares? I want to know, would you play it? Even if just for an afternoon to check it out. A Halo Infinite Battle Royale. Would you play it? Poll at the top of the chat asking you what you think. Would this be something that you would dip your toes into? He said that because look at Warzone right now. It needs actual competition to improve dramatically. I mean, that is, I think, a possible take. That's a possible take. That Warzone is so bad. He's like, listen, BRs need Halo. We need somebody to bring the fire. We need somebody to bring the heat here. Put some competition out there on the field. Weezy says no. VR just isn't my style. Tim's playing Overwatch in the afternoons because Warzone is so bad. I answered yes if I had an Xbox or a PC. Yeah, I mean, exactly. Like, if you had a way of playing. I mean, obviously, if you can't play it, I understand that. Excuse me. Doc's been talking about how good a Halo BR would be for several years and how much he thinks that would work. Okay, so somebody's saying that, like, he's actually said this for a while. I wonder if the TTK would be adjusted for the BR. Here's why I don't think it would be adjusted. I don't think it would be adjusted because it'd be similar to Apex's setup. 3-man squads, 30 players. That's more tactical. So you're gonna have to be really, really smart about your engagements and your fights. Because if not, you're gonna quickly find out that it just takes too long to kill people. So you'd have to be very, very choosy, right? You'd have to be a picky eater, basically. If you're not a picky eater, then you would really, really learn very quickly that a game like that, you can't just engage everybody, you can't shoot everybody. There's a lot more, I think, to, if you think about how the games like Tarkov and stuff go, right? If you think about how they go, then you have to be a little bit more strategic and a little bit more tactical in your engagements, because if you don't, you're going to pay the price. You're going to fail. You're going to lose. You're back to the drawing board, kind of a situation. Warzone's in a total shambles. TJ says nothing wrong with having the option added. Yeah, if Dark Souls Royale ever happened, where you could summon bosses depending on the faction you're in, that'd be, I don't know if that would work. BRs aren't usually my thing, but I answered yes because I would at least try it out, says Siege Master. But the genre is far from needing Halo's help. Well, I mean, again, you're trying to engage with what Doc said at an intellectual level. I don't necessarily know if Doc was making an intellectual statement. I think he was making more of a visionary statement. Like, BRs need Halo. We need somebody to bring something fresh to the table. We need somebody to bring something that hasn't happened yet. Something that's more tactical. Something that's more competitive. You know, like, Halo has its history and its roots in competitive esports, and the HCS is back, okay? And the HCS turnout and viewership has been, I would say, pretty good, and it could grow quite a bit more. It could grow significantly more if they dig into BR and create a very competitive battle royale. I'm still trying to figure out how Halo BR would work. No loadouts, no weapon mods, gonna spawn with the sidearm. I slay with that. Never have to worry about looting then. Yeah, I'm not sure how they would do it. Abe. I would love a Halo Battle Royale. Maybe have a few classes. Heavy tactical specialists? Question mark. What just happened? I don't understand. Did my computer just restart? I was just sitting in Halo Infinite. I swore we fixed this. I played God of War for hours with no problem. Why would Halo Infinite just sitting in the menu crash my system? I wasn't even doing anything. I was just sitting in the menu. Wait, was I not running my MSI? I wonder if I need to run MSI Afterburner. I wonder if it's literally the fans weren't running or something. Hang on. Dadgummit, I thought we fixed this. We haven't had problem in weeks. I just let it sit for a minute. I don't know. That's so weird. Chief heard all of the naysayers and he rebooted. It didn't even reboot. I just all of a sudden had a black screen. Like, okay. Welcome to the club. The game crashed more than a 2-year-old after eating chocolate. I've not had any issues with it crashing. I've not had any issues with my system crashing. We played God of War 3 different times for long periods at like really, really high settings. Akuda Papa coming in with a $5 tip. If they did what I'm expecting, TTK will go up. Both armor and shields will change how the BR plays compared to other games. When you say the TTK going up, do you mean they would make it faster? Because going up, I could read that two different ways. Right? You know. Is that like, are you saying it'd be faster or would it be longer? That would be the question I have. Give me a second. Slower? Up? Don't do any celebratory crouching. Yeah. What's TTK? Time to kill. So TTK is often a debate in these games. Time to kill. Because if you're playing a game like Halo, the time to kill is actually pretty slow. Like comparatively to other games that are out there. It's actually pretty slow. Meaning it's long. It's a long time to kill. So a lot of the times these discussions you end up with, it's hard to quite understand what people mean sometimes because they're like, well, I think they'll up it. Well, what do you mean up it? Make it faster so you kill people faster, or up it as in slow it down and make it longer? MSI. No, I'm pretty sure Afterburner was open. I'm pretty sure I had that icon in my tray down on the startup. It's so freaking frustrating when this kind of stuff happens because there's no way to troubleshoot it. It's like I reseated the video card. I haven't had a single issue in an age. The computer hadn't been rebooted in a really long time, so it might have just needed a reboot. I don't know. Drivers. I mean, there are some latest drivers that came out on January the 14th, and I'm not seeing any reports. Windows Event Manager should have something in it. Yeah, well, the last time this happened, I could never figure out what in the frick was going on. Event Viewer just doesn't say anything. You go to Windows System Logs, and I usually get nothing. It doesn't tell me. Because right now it's 12:19. Yeah, at 12:17 and 52 seconds, it says, warning, distributed COM. The application-specific permission settings did not grant local activation permission for the COM server application. Local host running an application container unavailable. The security permission cannot be modified. And then it got that warning twice, but I'm not seeing any warning about nothing critical, no heat warnings, nothing. I don't know. Check reliability history. I don't know what that is. Look at Discord. Longer kill time, says Akuta Papa. Armor would prevent small arms from one-shot killing. Shields would provide more protection. Mix Warzone and Apex. So you're saying... So Akuta Papa thinks that they would make it take longer to kill people. Wait, here's a critical kernel error. The system was rebooted without cleanly shutting down first. This error could be caused by the system stopping responding. There was an error before that said dump file creation failed due to the error during dump creation. We had an event log. The previous system shutdown was unexpected. Oh, wait, I didn't go back far enough. A fatal error occurred while creating the TLS client credential. The internal error state is 10013. Type reliability history in the search bar. View reliability history. It's generating a report. Yeah, it's just showing critical events. Windows was not properly shut down. That's all I see. Chat, please, for the love of God, says Alarian. A fatal error occurred while creating the TLS client credential. That seems to be what happened right before the reboot. Wait, I'm getting a disk warning. Disk 4 has been surprise removed. Disk 5 has been surprise removed. Disk 3 has been surprise removed. What does that mean? I wonder if it's a hard drive issue that I'm having. Play it on your Series X. It's just easier. I'm sitting here and have trailers running, and I have my PC running, and you know what I mean? It's just easier to open up Steam and boot the game. Maybe just change the regeneration of shields to pick up usable shields. Yeah, I mean that's the thing with the BR is you've got to put you've got to put like you have to put consumables on the map. Like, how are you going to get your shields back? How are you going to get your health back? If it's just like the normal way of doing it, then I don't know. No disk issues. That's regular behavior for Windows apps. Okay. Well, I'm loading the game up again. If it happens again, I'll have to go get my Xbox Series X, and then we'll have to switch back to my wife's, and I'll have to take this in and have them run a diagnostic on it. We haven't had an issue for weeks. Have not had any issues with this thing for weeks. I mean, I was throwing an anvil at this system by playing God of War on PC on it. I had the settings cranked. Why is it so hard to believe that people are not a fan of BRs and Halo and thus wouldn't play it? Yeah, plenty of people. There's plenty of people out there that, you know what I mean? Not sure if this is the proper fix, but this appears to be your issue. Fix a fatal error what created a TLS client credential. Yeah, that's the error that I got. Enable these protocols and hit OK. Or registry tweak to fix the internal error. Enable... Yeah, this all looks like stuff I don't want to do right now. It looks like all this stuff I don't want to do right now. Oh, so my weekly challenges changed. I could have done some of these. The dump issue could be related to the reg dumping of cache with errors in it. The errors persisted and thus the crash. Yeah, I was having issues with this system, and I literally unseated the video card and reseated the video card, and all the problems went away. All of them went away. I was able to play New World for long periods of time. Days Gone. We recently played God of War on PC for long periods of time. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I thought it was I literally thought when I moved the rig to the living room, it moved the card just enough because it ran fine in my living room. I was like, I don't understand. So when I brought it back in here, I was having issues again. I was like, well, the video card maybe got jostled just enough that it caused issues once it was back in here. Like, I don't know. BR in Halo would require an entirely separate launcher that has you drop in an ODST or something, a basic soldier on Zeta Halo. You can find different grades of old Spartan armor. TTK would need to be reworked. The entire game would feel totally different from Halo. It would have to be a totally separate project from Infinite, in my opinion, says Kodiak. Do the same thing with all the hard drives, make sure all the cables are seated properly? Yeah, maybe. What do you think about the Forge community making a BR once it comes out? I couldn't tell you. The Forge is rumored to be coming in next season along with co-op. I don't know if 343 has confirmed that or not. You know, the Forge community attempting to build a BR, I could certainly see that. You know, I could certainly see that. I could certainly see them saying, yeah, well, you know, we'll make our own, you know. Patreon just keeps asking for like me to give them like my feedback on stuff. You want a BR in Infinite, you'll have to let the Forge community take a crack at it. There is already a BR mode in Halo 5. What's the engagement like on that? Like, did it get good response? Do lots of people play it? You know what I mean? Kodiak is correct in that. A Spartan Royale wouldn't be different enough from the main game, or it would be so different people who currently play wouldn't touch the BR. Well, and that's the thing, like a BR would have to be very different, or it would just feel like big team battle with squads. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not what you want it to feel like. You don't want it to feel like it's just big team battle with squads. You know? Yeah, you got 3-man squads and 30 people running around You know, that's all it is. It's just big team battle with squads. You know what I mean? If that's how it ended up feeling, then it wouldn't be very popular at all. People are like, this isn't Battle Royale. The way you do Battle Royale is you have to, at the very least, allow the BR genre to influence it. Hey, somebody ordered some coffee, a bag of Frickmas to Mostly Martinez. Thank you, Mostly Martinez. You guys are helping us move through in February. We're moving through and getting rid of the Frickmas blend. So you can get fricked in February. Use code GETFRICKED at ragelessroast.com or use the coffee command in chat. Go use the code GETFRICKED and you'll get 20% off any of the Frickmas blend that you order. A lot of people today have ordered like 3 bags. Shipping stays the same as long as you're at 2 to 3 bags. So a lot of people ordered literally 3 bags of Frickmas today. So thank you all the people who ordered coffee. If you're new to the stream, we will be looking at the store items in a moment when it resets at in 30 minutes. The Halo Infinite store items update happens every week, and we will be sure to look at it. And we looked at last week's. We're also talking right now about the information that has been coming out about a potential battle royale, and we hope you're enjoying the coverage. If you've never been here before, I do video game talk shows in this setting here all throughout the week. This morning we talked about Sony acquiring Bungie and what that means for their property and everything else. And I am a Safe for Work broadcaster, so feel free to hit subscribe, and I'll be in your sub feed all week long with talk shows like this. Thank you for being here. A Halo Infinite Battle Royale, in my mind, would need to infuse both Halo influences with the Battle Royale genre. Like, I don't think you could just be like, yeah, you're Spartans on a big map, or, oh, you're Spartans on a big map and there's vehicles and weapon pickups. Like, it would need to have the BR feel. Like, if your shields get damaged, I liked somebody's idea the other day. They said, like, you're going to crash and it's going to damage your shields so that you have to keep replenishing them if they get shot. So think about your shields in Apex or in Fortnite. If your shields get busted, you got to put more shields on. They don't just come back. You have to actively rejuvenate them with the consumable. Call of Duty's basic gameplay translated pretty easily, though. Yeah, CODs did. Yeah, I would agree with that. I think Call of Duty branched into the BR genre pretty well. You know, Warzone's done a very, very good job. Now they didn't do a great job with the map update with Caldera. People seem to be pretty irritated with, you know, what they've done to the game, and you know that by itself is, you know, not necessarily anomalous, but that just shows you how fragile, you know, a successful BR funnel is. You know, it's kind of fragile. You make a big map change and everybody gets ticked off, you know, and walks away and says, yeah, we're not playing or whatever, or at least the streamers. I don't actually know what the daily numbers look like for Call of Duty, you know. Who exactly is this Halo BR aimed at? What's the goal? Well, I would believe that it would be twofold, Zubair. I would think that you would have the existing Halo player base saying, you know, hey, we've all decided that BRs are fun. How many of the Halo fans that are enjoying Halo Infinite? There's a range of enjoyment happening right now in Halo Infinite, right? But they've played Apex or they've played Warzone or Fortnite, and they're like, man, I would like a BR. That'd be pretty cool. I think the larger portion that they're targeting would be people that have zero interest in an arena shooter, but they love a battle royale. There are tons of people like that right now that are like, I don't touch Halo. Why? Oh, it's an arena shooter. It's a meat grinder. I don't want to touch that, right? I want Battle Royale. Yo, what's good, Ginger? There are tons of people right now that won't touch Halo because it's just an arena shooter. Like, I was talking to a kid the other day. His dad is like a mentor of mine, and he was checking in with me about my business and how things were going, and his son is really into Apex. And he said that he and his friends, so he's a teenager, he said that he and his friends were really big into Apex, and there's some other game where you have to build a base. It's like a battle royale with like a base that you build. It's not Midgard. It was something like that. It was like Forage or something like that. I can't think of the dadgum name. Anyways, his friends had no interest in Halo because it was just an arena. They don't like arenas. They want to play a battle royale. And I was talking to his dad about that. I was like, battle royales just have a greater intensity, a greater capacity for randomness and excitement, and the younger generation seems to like them a lot more. And he agreed. He said that he and his friends gravitated towards the battle royales because that's where they feel like all the excitement is. And so he was talking about like his rank and why he doesn't try to do Apex Predator, because you basically have to play all day every day in order to really do it. But that's what he and his friends enjoyed. No, it wasn't Rust and it wasn't Fortnite. It had survival elements. He said you had to go like get materials and like work on your base, like work on your it was a name I hadn't heard of. I hadn't heard of this game. Vigor, that's what it was. Thank you. It was Vigor. He said that they had been playing a lot of this game called Vigor. It is a free-to-play online survival shooter game by a Czech studio, Bohemia Interactive, originally developed for the Xbox One. As of July 2020, it is also available on the Nintendo Switch, initially released as an early access title in August 2018. The game was fully released in August of 2019. Yeah. So he said that they were really, really big into Vigor, and that they were enjoying it or whatever. And I think it was because it had that Escape from Tarkov feel, right? You know? About like you're invested and you got to do stuff, you know? Had to listen on my phone this morning and I couldn't chat. VPNs for some clients restrict my internal access at home. Oh, no worries, Ginger. Or you can just, your bud Ginger Prime, who's been saying Battle Royale is on its way out a month ago. You think it's on its way out? I don't think it's on its way out. I think it needs to evolve. I think this is where Dr. Disrespect and Midnight Society could capitalize significantly, because they could develop a truly competitive battle royale that has the narrative, that has the randomness, that has the funneling players together, but doesn't have the RNG that murders competitive. You know, that I think that's one of the reasons that BRs just haven't fully ascended to their true proper potential. Like, I think if you could get a battle royale built to be truly competitive, I honestly think you could really be one of the biggest names in the industry, because battle royales have continued to lack that. Like, any BR you touch, it's like there's just enough randomness that it can't be truly competitive. I'd play a Halo BR, says Vengeance, but I'm not thrilled about it being added. I feel like it had cannibalized the rest of the game. I mean, I don't think you have to worry about that. I don't think you'd have to worry about it cannibalizing the rest of the game, because it would appeal to a very different audience. It would motivate a different style of engagement. You know, obviously the battle pass and the cosmetic items would probably be progressed in the battle royale as well. I think that would be the ticket. And maybe they would do what Kodiak said. Maybe they would put it in its own game, its own hopper, so that you don't have to worry about that. BRs allow for more chat with the viewers, in my opinion. I have given this speech before about how battle royales are basically, what they did is they took what makes modern sports so consumable on TV and they injected it into their game. If you tune in and you're watching somebody play Apex, Call of Duty, or Fortnite, you know exactly what's going on immediately. How much time till the zone closes? How many kills does this person have? Where are they on the map? What's their loadout? What are they carrying? Everything's right there. Bing! Immediate information feedback to the viewer. I know how good your gear is. I know how good your total kit is. I know how many kills you have. I know how much time you have, where you're going to need to go. I can see where you are on the map. It's immediate information. When you log in and you see somebody playing an arena shooter, you don't know what's going on. They're either dead, running around, or in a firefight. You don't know what the score is, which they've started to put the score in more visible locations, but it's way less viewable. It's also super repetitive. It's like, yeah, I've seen somebody get in a gunfight in this alleyway 18 different times today. Like, it's hard to distinguish between the last 10 minutes and the current 10 minutes. But when you watch a battle royale, it's like there's immediate intensity, right? Immediate intensity. Is it a hot drop? No. Okay, what are they doing? Oh, they got a good kit. Oh, man, they got a good kit and 6 kills. There's 10 people left. There's a lot on the line right now. There's an immediate story being told the minute you're watching a battle royale. No, there's no doubt in my mind that battle royales will be here for the foreseeable future, because it taps into that innate entertainment driving sports spectator mindset that so many people have. You like to tune in and you want to know immediately what's going on. When you tune into a football game, baseball game, basketball game, whatever, you know the run count, how many balls, how many strikes, how many outs, you know everything right away. No question about what's happening, what inning it is, what quarter is it, what half is it. You know all of that immediately. And BRs deliver that. And BRs delivered in a way that immediately creates like, oh wow, there's a lot on the line. Or, oh wow, this guy's having a terrible time. He's really angry. It's immediately entertaining. Give me 1 second. Stop it. Why limit Halo has been my thought the whole time. Oh, like why limit it and not do a BR? Right. Yeah. It's weird how someone else had a trademark symbol next to the name. Oh. Yeah, he must have, maybe he copied and pasted it. I don't know what that is, what he tried to put in chat. I want infection back, I think you tried to say. Halo to PlayStation, let's go. If you don't like BR, so what, don't play it, play Arena. Check Discord, I'm using it because of longer posts. Crew to Papa says, the Mjolnir Gen 3 platform is fully prepped for BR. Look at the overshield and invisibility mods in the normal games. You pick up a mod and that you put it on your armor, which gives you that ability for a certain amount of time. I don't know what that is. What's the Mjolnir Gen 3 platform? I've not heard of that. Guys, the Halo Infinite store, we will be looking at it shortly when it switches. We know that a lot of you are tuning in for that probably every week. It's going to switch in about 20 minutes. So if that's what you're looking for, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. We do interactive talk shows like this all throughout the week, and we greatly appreciate the crazy amount of support today. Tons of new subs, tons of likes on the video. You do have to subscribe to talk in the chat. We want to know at the top of the chat, we got a poll going. Halo Infinite Battle Royale, would you play it? We now have new information that a developer may be working on it as a separate thing from 343, like 343 may not be working on it. We're also doing a special on our holiday coffee. If you haven't bought it yet or bought it in the past, or purchased it in the past, I'm sorry, you can get fricked in February. Use code GETFRICKED on the Frickmas blend to get a 20% discount, and a ton of you have done that today, so thank you so much for doing that. The armor is Mjolnir. Halo Infinite just introduced Generation 3 to the armor. Okay, you're talking about the armor. Mjolnir is the Spartan armor. BR as a genre is plateauing, not fading away, says Kodiak. New BRs are stagnant and don't recreate the big boy experience that Warzone, Apex, and Fortnite create. PUBG, Realm Royale, Naraka, Hyperscape, all B tier. Yeah, we almost looked into Naraka Blade Point recently. We will be launching a project very soon that will allow me to sample games very briefly. I don't know if we would look into a game like that, but there was a time where we almost played Naraka. Thank you to all the new subscribers as well. Welcome. I am a Safe for Work broadcaster, so you can subscribe in confidence. I'll be in your sub feed all week. and a lot of people throw me on in the background like video game radio, and you can do that as well because I am safe for work. We cover a whole host of subjects. We've been covering Elden Ring, Horizon Forbidden West. We've been covering Halo. We've been covering God of War, New World, Lost Ark. This morning we covered Sony buying Bungie. So lots of different topics and always a great and lively discussion with the chat. It reminds me, I've been playing God of War, and I realize I know nothing about Norse mythology. I'm going to have to get a book or read Thor comics, one or the other. Yeah, I mean, they're both about the same, probably. They're both probably the same in substance and information. The fact that camo and overshield can be carried now and used at a later time in this game is really good evidence that they possibly added those mechanics for BR. That's good insight, Nick. It is. The other thing is if you go and play the attrition game mode right now, it literally has the storm closing mechanic. Like, go and play attrition. They have a storm closing mechanic in attrition. Right? What do they call it? What do they call it when it does that? It's not final round. It's not sudden death. What do they call that when that storm does that? It says something about an area has been selected or something weird. The armor is Mjolnir. Oh, I already read that. Just tell them to watch last week's stream. I think we covered all of the fair amount of Norse mythology. Yeah. Danger zone. Thank you. Yeah. Highway to the danger zone. The reason I didn't think of Danger Zone is that it's just, that's so corny. It's so highway to the danger zone. Valky Ray replying to Pokimane from yesterday, but Ray just replied today. Whatever chapter and all the chapters, I'm here to support you and love you. We know that you know, Ray. We know that you know, Ray. Don't play. Don't play with our emotions, Val. I feel like I'm missing out on all the drama, like who slept with whose girlfriend type of stuff. Assuming Norse mythology is like Greek mythology. Yeah. I went to the danger zone. Danger, high voltage. The fact that you can throw weapons and items on the back of warthogs is good evidence, too. Oh. Yeah. Because in an arena, what are you doing that for? But in a battle royale, you might need it. If you're just tuning in, we're discussing the Halo Infinite Battle Royale, potential news about a dev team working on it. We will also be looking at the Halo Infinite store items in a little while here. Surprised you didn't key in on the emphasis on the word join her when she returned. Well, and Pokey said that too. You can join me. Oh, you're talking about my video today. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't key in on that. Sorry. They may do something really clever and original. Maybe. There's always the possibility that it's not terrible. Do you watch anime? No, I don't have time for cartoons. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's like that scene in Matrix where Morpheus is like, here they come. Here they come. Here they come. Here come all the weebs. Bro. Bro, they're not cartoons, bro. I mean, technically they are, but they're more than a cartoon, bro. Lono out here trying to get canceled again. That was a bold joke. Yeah. Only a neophyte calls them cartoons. We talked about that one day, Robert. Like, why do y'all like kung fu and anime? Like, where did that come from, culturally speaking? Like, how did that trend start? Why is Bruce Lee so beloved? You know what I mean? In y'all's culture, why? Why is Bruce Lee beloved? Why is kung fu beloved? Anime as well. Never been able to make sense of that. What do you mean, y'all? You know what I mean when I say y'all, Wheezy. Why do y'all like kung fu and Bruce Lee and anime? I'm not saying that you shouldn't. I'm trying to understand where it was born out of. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like, oh, this is something that only like a bunch of white dudes should like. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, where was it born out of? It's a clear trend. The frick is y'all? It's a clear trend. Don't act like it's not a trend. Y'all like Bruce Lee and kung fu and anime. It's a trend. Why? Where did it come from? Got popular in the 70s. Attack on Titan's not kung fu. You know what I'm saying? You think it's Wu-Tang? Because Bruce Lee is bad? I know he is, but it's the ideology, like you said, the culture. Huh. The best thing we had going for us was imagination. We grew up poor. Huh. Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang was for sure a catalyst, but no idea why anime is a thing. I just find it interesting. Yeah. I always find things like that interesting. You know, it's a cultural thing. All the guys I used to play Call of Duty with, all of the white guys didn't watch any of that. But the dudes in our clan, the dudes in our Call of Duty clan, man, boy, they watched all the anime. They were talking about it every time. They'd get amped. They'd get super amped. I'm like, what the frick are you guys talking about? They knew everything. They knew every single piece of the background and, you know, and the lore and the stories and the characters. Most of us grew up poor. A lot of the times, escapism is your only recourse when you go to bed hungry. Yeah, Dragon Ball Z. Yeah. Lono wants to understand y'all so badly. I just like understanding different cultures. Like my friend who's Korean, we're always talking about like the differences in our cultures, and like we talk about, you know, I was talking to him about like the Korean game that's about to come over here and be really popular. I was talking about how there's differences in even some of like the Japanese philosophy, like school of thought and development games. And games that like don't tell you anything and they keep information from you. You have to earn the information. I like understanding and studying like different cultures and different trends. I find it to be very interesting. Grew up on Akira and Fist of the North Star. After school, Dragon Ball Z, Gundam, it was on TV. It was a gateway for a lot of people. Watching DBZ after school honestly probably saved my life as a young kid in New York. Yeah, my friend was big into Naruto and Bleach. I remember that. He loved Naruto and he loved Bleach. Dragon Ball was a gateway for a lot of my generation, karate and my dad's generation. Like when I go to the mall and I see those shirts and that and the clothing styles, I see Tupac, I see Wu-Tang, and I see Bruce Lee. And I'm like, why is Bruce Lee in there? Like, you know what I mean? It feels random. Not that he doesn't belong, but it's like, it'd be an interesting study to be like, how did he become an icon in that culture and in those clothing styles? Like, how did that happen? I just find it to be interesting. That's all. You could watch a short anime and get a recommendation from a friend. Commercial aspects don't match the fandoms. Oh, come on. The fighting scenes are awesome. Demon Slayer. Underdog is usually winning at the end. Anime is really big in South America as well. Huh. Bruce is a genius. He revolutionized kung fu movies to a degree that they shot in real fighting. I know growing up, Bruce Lee was huge for us because, I mean, he was a minority that was just so tough. Like, he's a hero for us because he's essentially just like us. Right. It was an easier catalyst for you to root for him than like Chuck Norris. And it might have had some undercurrent of symbolism to like watch him whoop up on Chuck Norris. Like, because Chuck Norris was very, you know, what do we want to say? Yeah, representative maybe of a patriotic maybe hero, kind of like American. I don't even know if that would be it, but there might have been some symbolism in that too, just like watching Bruce whoop up on Chuck Norris. You know, might have had some subversive, like, yeah, man, take that, Chuck, you know. I love Chuck too. Well, not that you don't love him, but like what Wheezy's saying, like, it was easier for you to connect with Bruce Lee. Because growing up, how many movies did you watch and the hero was who? Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jean-Claude Van Damme, you know, Sylvester Stallone, but white men, right? Yeah, it's not the animation that's a barrier for me. I just don't have time. I know I could probably get into some of the anime and really, really like it. I know the stories are amazing and the characters are awesome and the arcs are epic. Yeah, I know that. I definitely know that. So it's not that I couldn't get into it. I just personally don't have time. I know for a fact I could get invested and love them. If you're tuning in, we will be checking out the Halo Infinite store items as they update in the next 4 minutes. We're a little off the rails right now because, you know, the Battle Royale discussion in Halo. I'd love to hear from new people, though, if you're new and haven't chimed in. Would you play a Halo Infinite Battle Royale? That's the poll at the top of the chat. Thanks for being here. Click sub if you want to talk in chat. Take the poll as well. You ever need suggestions? I got you. I know plenty and would get you hooked and make you cry. Oh, I believe it. I believe there was a martial arts self-defense movement in the black community in my parents' generation. Oh, really? You know, I wonder if that would have been tied to, oh, this gets busy. I wonder if that would have been tied to cultural norms at the time, right? Like what you felt you could do to defend yourself, you would have had to use something like that. It's a path of peace, and yet it also is a path of strength and power. So it's not a desire for violence. It's a desire for both peace as well as strength and self-defense. And also, you know, historically speaking, back then it might have been difficult to like, I don't know, own a firearm. There's probably a lot of moving parts there that maybe led to that would then make you really think, oh, Bruce Lee's awesome and Kung Fu's awesome. I feel like Halo fans want Halo for what it is. A Battle Royale mode would be cool for a short term, but I don't see OG Halo fans supporting it. I don't think they would build it for long-term OG fans. I think they would build it for people who aren't playing Halo right now at all. I would definitely play a Halo BR, but I'd be more excited about the ability to have higher power count, player count custom games. What do I think about the Halo show? I think it looks okay. I don't think it looks that amazing. Maybe if it does well enough, they'll get a bigger budget for the second season. There's elements of it that seem a little... I don't know. It doesn't seem bad, but it also doesn't seem that great either. I took a takedown class in middle school, and the first thing they said, it wasn't about violence or hurting people, it was about self-defense. Yeah, I know what you're saying, Wheezy. I know what you're saying. But there was a lot of, there was a lot of influence back there, from Cassius Clay to Malcolm X that would have really influenced young men to consider a path of peace, but also a path of strength and self-defense. Like, it would have been, I think, a very healthy... It would have been a very healthy outlet for young men at that time. That makes sense. The Fracture event is back. Oh, that's right. We might have to reboot the game. Yeah, the Fracture event is back. And so, it seems now they've got now broken up. If we want to look at the store items here, we've got the Silent Sentry set for the Yori armor. So we got the coating, and then we got the arm decorations. That's right, I got to use my arrow keys. And then we got a chest decoration, and then knee pads, and then you got a emblem, or nameplate, sorry. Vehicle emblem, armor emblem, weapon emblem, epic armor coating for the Mark 7, and for the Mark 5. This is actually... This is actually interesting. So in my mind, what they're doing here is they're now giving you the wet crow armor coating for all 3 cores. You see? I wonder if that's going to be a norm going forward. Are they going to give you... Is an armor coating bundle going to start to do that? Let's see what this one is. So this is the armor set, and this is a legendary stance. That's actually pretty awesome. And then we got a Sundown Smile armor coating. We got a visor. Oh, I'm sorry, a helmet. A helmet for the Yori. An attachment for... It doesn't say. It just says legendary helmet attachment, so that might be universal. It doesn't indicate Yori. It's got a Yori visor, a red one. A chest plate for Yori. Shoulder pad, both right and left. And some rare knee pads. Yeah. So they're not doing... was that a boom mic? Yeah, he's ready to run sound. He's ready. He's like, I gotcha. We get a mic check. I got you mic'd. Got you mic'd, bro. Okay, so they're not doing the armor coating thing with this one. So this bundle, you get the armor coating for just your eye. Now this Silent Century set, you get an armor coating for all three. So, and then this Heart Piercer bundle is going to be a legendary chest attachment, like looks like some kunai of the hidden hand, throwing knives, a visor for the Yorai, almost kind of a purple, and then an epic stance. Okay, and then we've got this armor coating just for Yorai, Ancient Flare. So, if you're tuning in for the Halo Infinite store items, we are taking a peek at them now. Personally speaking, I think this is how every bundle should work. The fact that they're giving you the Wet Crow there as well as down here, so Mark 7, the Mark 5, and the Yorai, I think that's how it should work for all of them, personally. Like, I don't see a reason to fragment the armor coatings, you know? It just doesn't seem necessary. Let me reboot the game. Because I'm not seeing the Tenrai event, and I'm seeing challenges for it. It looks like Fiesta is back. Oh, have we had any coffee orders? We are doing a special right now on the coffee. Get Fricked in February. You can use code GETFRICKED to get 20% off our Frickmas blend. We are trying to move through the holiday blend flavor. It won't be available after February. And it was our most popular flavor in November and December. All right, let's pull this up here. What's your initial thought on the split screen turnout? I like the initial videos you've done so far. It was enjoyable. Hope you've gotten some good support. It's a very, very good start. It's a very, very good start, Dylan. Let's take a look at the news. So Fracture Tenrai event is back. And so playing the Fiesta playlist to complete the challenges and work on the armor stuff. For Black History Month, it is February the 1st. We stand in solidarity with our colleagues and community in celebration of Black History Month and remain committed to creating a positive and inclusive space to fight against systemic racism. Log in anytime this month to show your support and secure the Pan-Africa emblem and nameplate. So this is something you're going to see pretty much every game company do in February. I don't get preachy about this, no matter the company. We know we get preachy about Bungie, but Bungie will likely do this. Everybody will. YouTube's doing it too. I think it's great. The Chon Mage armor set, Withered Rose coating. January 19 hotfix. Okay, so that's old news. All right, let's look at the event progress that I've made. Okay, so I could start to plow through some of these challenges again. Right now, your weeklies are going to be Hold Forth the Sword, Win Fiesta Matches 1, Autumn Wind of Eve, Complete Fiesta Matches 2. So I can get 2 items right there. Upcoming challenges: Kill enemy Spartans in a Fiesta PvP match. Kill enemy Spartans in Fiesta matches, and earn assists in Fiesta matches. So those would be the next 3. Complete any matches. So if I completed this 2, I'll win Team Slayer. So 1, 2, 3. So 3 would slide up. 1, 2, 3. So I wouldn't be able to get this one to slide up. I would have to go into Team Slayer matches to get this one, and this one here. So we would have to go into Team Slayer. I don't think Fiesta counts as Team Slayer. And this, you're getting Whispered Sky as a weapon coating. Oh, let's go back to the news. And does isn't it supposed to show us? Yeah, they don't have Western Sky here. They're not showing us what it's for. So we'd have to go into the armory to figure that one out. Do you think the game modes are testing grounds for the BR? Says Louise. Fractured has the respawn and danger zone. Fiesta's RNG based. Yeah, attrition had the danger zone. Is that what you meant when you said fractured? Attrition was last week, and it had the danger zone mechanic, which is basically the shrinking storm of a battle royale. If you are new and just tuning in, we've been discussing the Battle Royale details that seem to be emerging about Halo Infinite, the potential dev team that is working on it. We're positing or posing the question at the top of the chat there. Would you play a Halo Infinite Battle Royale? Almost 500 votes in the first hour, so that's a very, very good turnout on the poll. If you want to communicate in the chat and contribute to the conversation and the debate and the discussion, you can do that by clicking the subscribe button. We always love meeting new people. Yes, that's what I meant. Okay. I figured that's what you meant. I just wanted to make sure. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't incorrect. I wasn't sure if the danger zone had been in the game before attrition. I am certainly not beyond correction. I get corrected pretty regularly throughout the streams. Also, if you're tuning in and you want me to look at any of the bundles in the store, we try to feature this every Tuesday to let people see what's going on in the game. Akuda Papa says, all right, hear this. Outdrop the Spartans, no humans. Use the elites. Their whole culture is similar to feudal Japan. You earn honor via battle to gain position. Battle Royale, young elites fighting each other for honor and placement in the Banished. Huh. Yeah, maybe. You don't even play. I don't know if that would work in Halo, though. I don't know if that would work in Halo. To not even have people playing as Spartans. It's weird. It's game release day and nothing came out today. Life is Strange Remastered Collection came out today. That might not matter to you, but that's a pretty popular franchise. A lot of releases have been bumped. Maybe not bumped, but a lot of releases are now landing on Friday. Dying Light 2 is hitting this Friday. Next week, we'll be definitely checking this out. On the 8th, Sifu lands on the 8th. We'll be checking that game out. Big month for games. Really big month for games. On the 11th, we'll be checking out Lost Ark. That's a Friday. Our Fridays are going to get really jacked with going forward until Elden Ring. A couple of weird Fridays. The Elite ID is not a bad one. I could see that working. I don't get why there's not a Spider-Man game mode in Halo Infinite, by the way, with a grapple. Yeah, don't they make it You could make a private... Couldn't you make a private game setup like that? But you can't, because don't they have it to where you can't give people unlimited equipment or something at the beginning? Isn't that like a thing? I'm pretty sure that's a thing where you, like, if you make the modes, you can't modify that currently. If you could modify it, then yeah, you could make a Spider-Man mode. But I'm fairly certain right now, you're not going to be able, or you can't currently at this moment. You can't do that with the equipment or whatever it's called. I feel like we tried. I feel like somebody tried. Not yet. Yeah. So if you... Because I think we were wanting to do that. We were wanting to set up modes like that, and you just couldn't do it. You don't need any armor upgrades, just a large map, equipment upgrades. All right, I'm not going to sit on the store. We can keep talking about this, because this is... You guys are investing in the BR discussion instead of the store. If people want the store, I can show it to them. I'm going to exit the game, though. Okay. Yeah, GPU staying crisp and cool, so I don't know what was the cause of that crash earlier. Don't need any armor upgrades, just a large map, equipment upgrades mimicking the campaign, weapon and vehicles spread throughout the map. It would be pretty amazing. Playing as elites was a fan favorite feature in Halo 2, 3, and Reach. Oh, really? So maybe I'm speaking out of turn. If you're in chat right now, do you think, would that make it more interesting to you as a fan of Halo to play as an elite instead of just like a bunch of Spartans duking it out? Right? That's what I'd be curious about. Like, am I speaking out of turn? Would that be like a super popular, version or iteration of the mode, as opposed to, I think what I was assuming and what many people were assuming is that that's what it would be. You would just sort of go in and you would be duking it out as a Spartan. Good day all the way from snowy Norway. Hello. The Super Bowl and Winter Olympics. Shortest month and so much content. Yeah. Playing Playing as an elite sometimes even had an advantage because of the character hitbox. I think they wouldn't have to do much in terms of different weapons or items. Definitely wouldn't be available in ranked because of player models and hitboxes. Giving the option would be good, not forced though. Right. Yeah, I think the question would be, I think the question's twofold. How much would the existing Halo fan base and engaged player base, because there's the Halo fan base and there's also the engaged player base, because of that sort of mixture, I would be curious how many of them would even play a Battle Royale. In addition to that, then the next question would be, how many people not presently playing Halo, or they're not fans of Halo or whatever, that's a pretty mixed bag. How many of them would dive in and say, well, I'll go check out a Halo Battle Royale. I love Battle Royales. There's lots of people out there that just love BRs. Spartan versus Spartan just doesn't fully make sense. They were taught loyalty. Spartans only fight Spartans if ordered to, like in Halo 5. But what do you mean it doesn't make any sense? You do it right now in PvP. Why would they have to make sense of it? Like, the entire Halo Infinite PvP experience is Spartan versus Spartan. Why does it need to make sense from a lore perspective? With Forge coming and the storm mechanic already existing in the game, maybe 343 are hoping the community will make the BR mode. I don't think that's it. Barrier. I think they anticipate the community making a bunch of different iterations and versions of a BR mode, but I don't think they're banking on the community doing it. there's a big difference between trying Halo and trying a Halo BR, right? We don't need lore reasons for gameplay. Yeah, I don't think you need lore reasons for gameplay. We do Spartan versus Spartan right now. I mean, I can go in and just, start capping Spartans right now. If there was no Spartan versus Spartan, there'd be no PvP. Yeah. It would be cool to play as an elite again. It's an underused character that should have been brought into the game. Merc says there are reasons. There are lore reasons. What are the lore reasons? Is PvP? PvP is like a training ground, right? At least that's how they seem to couch it. Because they've got that one trailer with that woman. She's like a young girl, and they rescue her, and then she's training all the Spartans. And that's kind of what they're couching PvP as, if it's almost like it's training. Spartan v Spartan is a simulation. I know it's off topic, but I had to say, I'm glad I watched you and Hilly play Nobody Saves the World. After unlocking all the forums, you can make some fun builds. Thanks for the gameplay. Oh, well, thank you. We enjoyed it. It made the decision to move the Friday show over to split screen pretty easy. It was very clear that, like, there is not really, at least now, there's not support for him and me, playing random games. It was It was a pretty ho-hum send-off. But split screen did great. So he and I are very pleased with the choice with moving the show over to split screen. I was very, very happy with the turnout this last Friday and the support and the love. There's probably a future where he and I can play random games like that, but right now it just doesn't fit. And that night was proof. It's like, this is a brand new game, and it just clearly wasn't something that's in demand. Is there any way I can get another shout for the Starts hoodie? It's getting small. What, are you having a growth spurt, Atwood? Is it not in there? Creature, did we remove shout for the Starts? I don't know why we would have removed that. It wasn't Destiny related. We removed oh, you did remove it. Okay. We definitely need a split screen mug. Who would the game be for? Halo fans, BR fans, and they're looking for Call of Duty player base. To me, they would need just sort of the bread and butter before trying to add Vegemite. You said chuck it? Yeah, I probably said chuck it. Yeah. It's still there, you just have to re-enable it. I don't think why you chuck it. I mean, I don't know. There's a whole era of merch that, truth be told, we need to honestly probably just, I need to reach out to them and their support. I need to reach out to them. Hello. I would like to change the hyperlink address to my store. Where can I do that? I love my SNTR hood from 2020. Listen, I know you guys probably like having, you like having that stuff. But we are not in a position to keep stuff like that around for forever. And we're still trying to iron out a rebrand for brand cohesion. We love split screen, and we love the idea of having multiple channels. We've got a couple of projects still that we haven't launched. It's just, it's a bygone era, and I think the more I've accepted that, the easier it's been. I'd be more accepting of a BR if they went the elite route with it, primarily because I don't enjoy BRs. Yeah, I mean, that it's gonna be tough, right? Yeah, we're not gonna do that, Sven, because we don't think that's what that brand doesn't have that kind of elasticity. That would feel kind of weird. You know what I mean? I think that's part of the challenge that they're gonna face. Is part of the challenge they're gonna face with the Halo Infinite Battle Royale is it not just feeling like a big arena. Instead of being big team battle, it's like bigger team battle. Like, you know what I'm saying? If it just feels like bigger team battle, then they won't succeed. It'll be like, this isn't a battle royale. You know what I mean? Like, let me say it another way. Johnny BR fan needs to come and play it and say, this is great. This is a great BR. If he comes and plays it and he's like, this is just Halo with more people and a bigger map, then it'll be a failure before it even starts. Because what's going to end up happening is the existing fans will say, this is kind of stupid, this isn't that great, and new fans will say, I already don't like the game, so I still don't like the game. I just don't like this game mode of the game. Do you know what I mean? The cut and sew joint was fire. Make new stuff with split screen branding, but the same quality that was on Teespring. Yeah, you kind of have to be in their good graces to make something that amazing when you're, when you're pulling, when you're pulling 1,000 average concurrence. That's easy. That's easy to get him to do. So, we definitely could, but I don't know. I don't know if we're there where we can like reach out to Teespring and be like, hey, can you make us something like that again? Because their artists actually designed that for us. I don't know if it can maintain the Halo identity and appeal to BR fans. I just can't see it. Right. It almost like what Kodiak was saying. It needs to literally feel like a different game almost. BR is nice to test your skills as a game and a good part if no spawn points to keep track, as opposed to a closed arena. They have a ceiling cap. The good players always have the upper hand. Yeah, maybe. So can I get it? No, Atwood. Sorry, I'm not gonna go in and turn on a retired piece of merch just for one order. I don't want to do that. Sorry, man. We're moving onward and upward. I've had people ask me to relist all the Destiny content. It's like, nah, nope, not doing it. Sorry, brother. We were gonna do like one shirt a month, but and I had an artist willing to help with it, but it wasn't working. It makes more sense to have like branded merch and maybe every once in a while do something funny, but outside of that, it just isn't in the cards. Hope you're great in chat as well. Just tuned in. Glad to have you, Smoke, back. Welcome. Always good to see repeat faces in the chat. Agent Atwood gets the light count up. He does get the light count up, and he knows we love him. But I don't want to turn on retired merch. We're moving a lot of things forward. We're changing a lot of things, and there's no looking back, man. On certain elements, there's just no looking back. I know it was just a meme, but I don't know. Give me $50, says Robert. I'll get you one. IGN has the first hands-on preview of Tiny Tina Wonderlands. We were considering covering that this week. I don't know when its release date is. I don't know when its release date officially is. Is the test shirt still up? No, I think Creature took that down. I think he took the test feature down. The test shirt down. I think anytime we've researched Tiny Tina Wonderlands, it's not been, I don't know. Yeah. It's, there's interest. There's interest. They uploaded the first hands-on preview an hour ago. It's already got 31,000 views. So there's definitely interest in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands for coverage. We'll see. We'll see. You guys know I love Borderlands and I love Tiny Tina. I love Ashley Birch, but I don't. We've definitely branched into certain niches, and we. How many days are you going to give Lost Ark? Everybody always think it's a Team Rocket shirt. Yeah. A lot of people said that back in the day. As far as Lost Ark goes, the last time we played it very, very regularly for like 4 or 5 days in a row, and it seemed to be great. We should also be able to provide you guys with some really, really good recordings of like different things in the game, so that like when the game launches, I might be able to have some like good breakdowns and guides for all the different classes for you. We're gonna see if we can't work and do that for you, and then we'll just play that one by ear, kind of how we did with New World, There's a new Tiny Tina Discord from the developers, huh? Yeah, we need a 500 years t-shirt. Just kidding. Oh, Angry Joe's releasing his best game video. Oh, no, that's movies. I'm sorry, top 10 best movies of 2021. He might have already done his games. I usually liked his top best, top worst vids back in the day. So Battle Royale Halo, do it like a separate IP, make it branded but a fresh take. Do your best to keep it away from the classic path that Halo was. A couple of people have recommended that today, Alex. You know what I mean? Are you going to do Lost Ark on the 8th? Oh, shoot. We might not be able to do Sifu. Yeah, we'll have early access because we're a founder. What about zip-up jackets with the split-screen logo in the corner? Creature would have to take care of that. I'm not in charge of merch design. I've been bludgeoned into being way more hands-off. In a good way, I'm being silly. $499 and counting, that's right. Then why brand it with a Halo name? I would assume it would confuse some. Yeah, if you're going to do a Halo Battle Royale, you would think that they would want to put it inside the infinite ecosystem. Do you know what I mean? Not only like you're saying it'd be confusing, but like you want everybody going in to the game. If there, a store, if the store is unified or whatever. Just noticed you're at 11.1k subs. I remember you in the low thousands. Crazy. Being engaged with us has helped you. Got to go. Have a good day. All right. Thanks for hanging out, Music. Yeah, we doubled the sub count since we moved over here, so it's pretty exciting. I'm just curious. I prefer jackets to hoodies. I prefer zip-ups myself. I do. If there was a split screen zip up in there, I would probably snag one because I want some split screen merch for when we do the videos. So I would wear a zip up as well myself. It would look nice because I could wear it on days like today, and passively promote it. It would probably be over here though. The mic would probably hide it. No, not naked underneath. No. You're ridiculous. Y'all zip up people are weirdos? Pullovers? Yeah, my wife likes pullovers, Zubair. I like zip ups because to me, there's layers, all right? There's layers of how much it helps with me staying warm, all right? There's all the way zipped up. There's half zipped down. There's all the way zipped down. There's zipped down with the sleeve pull. You see what I mean? I have like layers of not getting too hot because I have a tendency to get wound up and go off on tangents. And when I do that, my temperature goes up. And if I'm wearing a freaking pullover, I roast. Not to mention, I like to feature, the 80s tea product, nice and prominent, dead center. So, yeah. Some of us aren't as demanding about our temps, princess. Yeah, okay. I don't have as much natural insulation, Zubair, so it's a little bit more difficult for me to regulate my temperature. I'm wearing a zip up on top of a pullover right now. Oh, I can't do that. That's too many layers. Holy moly.
It does help to go outside.
I mean, I've embraced old man status. I got slippers on my feet, and I'm always wearing like a sweater or a hoodie, in the wintertime, but I don't fall asleep on the couch. I do get grumpy when you take my snacks. My wife fills the cupboard with snacks for the kids, and I get like 1 or 2 snacks for me, and the kids are always eating. Stop it. Yeah, it's not about that. Between body hair and blubber, I'm halfway to polar bear. Pull over. I don't want to be subjected to your crazy demands. We're waiting. I'm waiting for a response. Well, I guess we would have to have the rebranding choice made before. I'm asking them if we can change the hyperlink creature to the store. I guess we'd have to know what we're switching it to first. You know what I mean? You gotta know what we're switching it to first. Really? Wow. What are we getting hit? What are we getting pulled on? Interesting. Huh. Probably because it's not prominent in the title and the thumb. We're not getting hit for the store. Last week we got crushed. Like, not in a good way. In a good way. Right to what? Moving too fast? Well, at the very least, we'll have the information. We'll have the information. I won't do anything, but when they answer my question, we'll either know that it's impossible or we'll know that it is possible. That's really what I want to know. If it's impossible, then we'll just have to create a brand new store when the time is right. I found that the older I get, the less I want to play competitive shooters, says D Crucedes. I love the campaign, but I don't know. Maybe being 33 is the new old? I mean, I recently turned 40, and I'm here to tell you, I don't like playing PvP all that much either. Now, I like doing the commentary, I'm like the retired quarterback in the booth. Like, I played Call of Duty for 10 years. Like, I've done enough. I've been on the field enough. I don't want to be on the field anymore. I just don't like it like I used to. Any interesting Crossfire coming out in the next 9 days? What is it? Is it a BR? Okay. Crossfire X is an upcoming first-person shooter video game set to be released exclusively for the Xbox One and Series X on February the 10th. It's the third installment in the Crossfire series. It is a thrilling competitive multiplayer and cinematic campaign that reintroduces epic storytelling to the FPS genre. This is Crossfire. Crossfire! Less patience for that bee hiding in the corner. Yeah, pretty much. It's a young man's game? Yeah. Sorry, young person's game. Right. Weird off-topic question. Did the music from yesterday get claimed? Yes, it did. It got claimed and released. I wanted to punch something. I was so annoyed. I was like, I don't understand. I was like, we played the music in the morning for 15 to 20 minutes, and then we shut it off, and it didn't get hit. And then we played it in the afternoon, and it got hit. I'm like, how long? I'm about to go to their website and reach out to them and be like, what the frick is going on? Right? Do they have a contact form on their... what is it? Stream? Yeah, streamtunes.com. Can I contact them? I don't want to subscribe now. Free for you to download and use in your content. Sign up. Get in touch. What's their email? Can I copy email address? There we go. Overwatch 2 beta is very likely releasing, being announced in about 3 weeks as a leak here. Router update for some game services like Battle.net included an update for the Overwatch with demo in it or something similar. Some of the forums provided evidence as well. Okay. Good afternoon. What the heck? I have submitted a few of my channels to be whitelisted almost a week ago. We are still getting the claims and releases, which after a 3-hour live show is a bit of a headache. Any assistance would be greatly appreciated. My channels. All right, I'm going to give them all to them. I'm going to give them my channels. And then we need SNTR updates. Okay, I just emailed them. Because, like, I like their music. It's such better synthwave, right? It's such better synthwave. But it's like, dude, I don't want to get just a stupid amount of emails every single day. Like, it's super duper duper annoying. You know what I mean? It's like, gee, many Christmas. It's like I get 26 emails and I got to delete them all. And then I get 26 more. It's like, we released them. We were seeing Crossfire last night because of all the third parties in Warzone. Yeah, dude. Third partying is just such an annoyance. It's such a nuisance. You know? Is Crossfire going to have a Battle Royale mode? Or is it just unravel the story, Gamescom reveal, stay connected? When will the game release? Will the campaign and multiplayer both be free? What's the campaign about? Alright. Is Crossfire a Battle Royale? One which offered classic modes such as S&D, Team Deathmatch, and the other offering a Battle Royale style mode. Crossfire Zero was a free spin-off first-person shooter PC game for the Southeast Asian market released in January. Is this the same game? No, this is a different game. Well, Crossfire X. Is Crossfire X a Battle Royale? Basic mechanics of the Battle Royale mode. But no, see, that's Crossfire. That's not Crossfire X. The frick, man? I'm just trying to figure out what's got. No, says Docs. The Fox says, no single player campaign and the multiplayer is similar to CSGO? Really? Well, we wouldn't do anything with that on the split screen desk. I can't shoutcast that kind of stuff unless I get officially contracted to do it for like a tournament or, you know what I mean? Or for games or whatever. I'm gonna pin that. Crossfire has over 1 billion users, most played game in the world. What? You talking about the other one? The one I read the description for? That one? Super duper, not just super annoying. Yeah, no, you got to hit him with a super duper. What ICCA are you doing this week? I haven't decided. Yeah, I have not decided what we'll be doing. Where are we on today? Okay. Yeah, I have not decided which ICCA I'll be doing this week. I need to go in and clean the room out. If you guys see stuff disappearing from the ICCA room, don't worry. That just means I've already done it. Because Hilly and I did a bunch on Friday night, and then I did mine for Friday. So, I believe Thursday we'll be doing Drop Die Cast in Warzone, in Call of Duty. So, what's Crossfire? Never heard of it, but I desperately need a good Call of Duty like FPS game. Michael, Crossfire X is hitting Xbox for free like very, very soon. Crossfire X. Here, I'll give you the deets on it again. It's hitting the Xbox One and the Xbox Series X and S on February the 10th. It's an upcoming first-person shooter game. The campaign actually looks kind of crazy. It actually looks kind of dope. So, probably worth checking out if you're into those kind of games. You've been playing BO2 Plutonium as a substitute. Yeah, this one actually looks pretty good. Crossfire is an older game, kind of like a mod copycat of Counter-Strike. Crossfire X is the newer version of the game coming out. Well, there you go. There's all your information about it. I don't think I've ever touched it or heard of it until now. If somebody would have been talking about Crossfire, I would have assumed they meant the old board game that I had. That was actually a really good little game. You shoot the little thing in the middle. That was actually pretty good. They were like little metal BBs. You know? If you guys haven't hit subscribe yet today or smash the like button, please do so. If you're interested in the store items in Halo Infinite, we already took a look at them. You might have to rewind if you want to see the store items. I don't know if we have 70 people. If you haven't hit the like button yet, we might be able to squeeze 300 likes out of this video. A little lighter turnout today, probably because there was no major updates to the game, just an update to the store. And we've been debating a Halo Infinite Battle Royale mode. What could it look like? What would make you play it? If you want to talk in the chat, you got to hit subscribe. And we're moving to Florida today. Oh, the Blevins are moving to Florida. Interesting. Take the poll at the top of the chat. Would you play a Halo Infinite Battle Royale? Yes or no? And then give us the why or the why not in the chat room. We've been kind of debating what it should look like going forward. Future Battlefield 2042 content has been delayed. Yeah, I think Tom Henderson just tweeted about that. Says, for the first time, DICE developers are now asking the EA Creator Network folk of Battlefield 2042 feedback on specific features balancing. There will likely be much bigger debates on things in the future, it was mentioned. One creator said, we have never been asked for such in-depth personal opinions. I see it as a good sign personally, and I hope the Creator Network becomes some kind of extension of the QA dev. Because most of them are very experienced Battlefield players. Today at 8:37 a.m. Eastern, it was posted in the EA Creator Network Discord that they're going to be doing briefings, and they really want a new feedback loop. They're going to we're doing more to improve feedback from the Creator Network. They're looking at the next season as well. The journey to season 1, basically. Links you need. They have an EA Answers landing page for Battlefield staging, talking about the journey to season 1, high res for the Steadfast bundle. Yeah. Bloodborne PSX demake available on PC. Yeah, I saw that, the demake where they make it look like like a really really old game, like they like Minecraft it. Yeah. Oof. Am I the only one hyped about Crysis 4 being teased? I never got into the Crysis games, and I went back and played them for some requests that people had made. And I didn't... Here's the problem. If you don't play a game like that when it comes out, the wow factor doesn't really hit you, right? So like if you were to go and watch like a really old sci-fi movie right now, or some really old movie or show right now with like weird special effects or not so great special effects, you might think like, oh, this isn't that impressive, this isn't that good, right? But when you play it or when you experience it at launch, you might think very, very differently. So I think Crysis like at launch was just super impressive. So I think people were kind of like blown away by it. It was doing new things. It was I don't know. It hasn't aged well. Yeah, it just hasn't aged all that well, and I think that's part of the issue is like if you played it back then, there was just a very, very clear, I think, a very clear sort of upgrade to, games of that point, games at that time and stuff. And you play it now and you're like, my gosh, like this is super dated. This is not that great. This is not that amazing. I'm not knocking it, but like, I think because I miss out on Crysis when it first arrived, I definitely think that affected my view of it or whatever. Mithrax says, how would you be integrating Lost Ark into the daily show? Would you do a specific format like from Fridays? Yeah, I think the challenge with Lost Ark would be that it's like it's not a game you can play like once a week. But it's also not a game that you can... I don't know. We're going to have to play it by ear because I think it could be great for afternoon game sessions. You do afternoon game sessions and get some grind in, get some work in, and then, do breakdowns, do, like first impressions, breakdowns, what's the content loop like, make recommendations to people who maybe want to play the game more casually. I think there's an inroad for us to approach MMOs like a more casual hobbyist, if that makes sense. So like, I think people would tune in and enjoy my coverage because it would be like, hey, this guy plays the game in a more casual, maybe more, I don't know, a more approachable way. Like, hey, I could play the game like this guy. He puts in like 2 hours a day. 222. Yeah, we're debating maybe doing that with the channel. Like we'd have to go 3 wide and do 222. Like talk show gameplay or talk show gameplay. Like it would give us a little bit more flexibility. You would still get 6 hours of streaming, but it would just break down into a different way. Because like if I'm supposed to be playing a video game every day, we don't want to miss out on all the great gaming news either. Does that make sense? Like we don't want to be like, oh, well, we really got to grind it out in Lost Ark. Like what we did with New World, I don't know if we're going to be doing that again, at least not for as long as we did. You might have like a week of like almost all Lost Ark. First impressions, review, early and mid game reviews, end game reviews, you know, breaking it all down. And then after about a week, it'll be here regularly, but not like New World was like all I did for almost like a month, I think. It was like a New World topic, New World gameplay, a New World topic, New World gameplay. And then we dialed back on the topics, but at the very least, we were playing New World every afternoon. I don't know if we're going to be doing that ever again because everything's too close. Elden Ring's like right around the corner. And so is Horizon Forbidden West. So it's like as soon as we get going in Lost Ark, boom, Horizon Forbidden West hits. As soon as we get going in Horizon Forbidden West, boom, Elden Ring hits. And so we're going to have to be spinning a lot of plates. I think we're probably in a great spot to do it because I think you'll have a reason to tune in every day. You'll be like, well, I'm not really interested in the news he's covering, but I really want to continue watching him play through Elden Ring. Or I'm not really interested in the news he's covering, and I really don't care about Elden Ring, but in the afternoon, after he's done with Elden Ring, he's going to switch to Lost Ark, or whatever we end up doing. Do you see what I'm saying? So we've built a very diverse and broad audience, and if we build it in the right way, you'll have a reason to tune in literally every day instead of being like, well, I only really tune in on Fridays or when he covers Elden Ring. Or, well, I only really tune in when he plays or covers Lost Ark. Well, the hope would be that we've developed such a diverse audience that any of the shows that we do, a big chunk of the audience is going to be like, well, I want to be there for that. Yeah, I don't watch his From Software stuff, but I really like his coverage of New World and Lost Ark. You know. Horizon Forbidden West only 10 days after Lost Ark, early access. Yeah. So, it's a good problem to have, but I feel like we've pushed extremely hard for variety. Because that was just something that we wanted to do. And so throughout all of December and January, it was constantly double talk show, lots of different games, double talk show, which I think put us in a really good position for February, because February is about to be a deluge of new games, you know. Who is this that I bet you can make casual MMO vids. There's so many things for a new player to pay attention to all at once. Perhaps breaking down and focusing on a couple of aspects get used to diving deeper and would generate views. Yeah, and I think that that's something that people like. I think one of the challenges right now when you try to consume a lot of that style of content is you end up with like it's like drinking from a fire hose. So like if you're trying to play something more casually and you go start consuming the content from the people that are deep in the game and have covered the game for a long time, they just start talking a mile a minute about, well, then you're going to need this, and then you're going to need that, and then you're going to want to grab this, and then you're going to want to make sure you have this at your disposal, and then you're really going to want to make sure that you have this, and then, oh yeah, don't forget this either. Make sure you got this going on, make sure you got that going on, that would be, I think one of the dilemmas is that many people find that very inaccessible. It's like, I can't freaking get, what do you mean? It's like every time they open up a video, it's making too many presumptions and assumptions about stuff that you're supposed to know. And I might be able to make an MMO more palatable to the more mid-lane, more casual player. I approached Destiny in a very casual way. I always took up for the common player. I always took up for the common, the more common, mom, dad, college student type of player. And we got very popular for that reason, because so many of the streamers were very biased in their feedback. They were very hardcore, or they'd play the game hardcore for 3 weeks and then walk away. And I really channeled the day-to-day hobbyist, The day-to-day hobbyist is what we really channeled and what we really worked on, as far as like what I felt was good coverage and what really mattered to that game long term. And I think that made me super appealing. It made me super appealing to people who ordinarily couldn't really find that type of coverage anywhere. They'd be like, man, everybody I watch wants them to double the content grind and make things really, really hard to earn, and they want me to play the game for 10 hours a day, and the average player doesn't really jive with that. I think that's one of the reasons we got so popular in our coverage, was because we appealed to the more common player than the hardcore, That's my theory. Now, can we do that in other games? I mean, that remains to be seen. That remains to be seen. If we can build that, in another game. I think we were doing it in New World, and then New World just kind of fell. It just kind of fell flat. The end game's not in a great spot. Getting to 60 super annoying. We were really hoping for a roadmap. It seemed like every week they were having to shut stuff off because of in-game issues and in-game problems and exploits and everything else. It kind of felt like every other week they were in crisis mode. So I think New World in about a year is going to be amazing. I think New World in about a year is going to be really, really amazing. I think they got a really good foundation. I think the team is passionate. I think they're committed. I think they know how to make good changes. I think they know how to implement player feedback. I do. I think they're going to be in a really, really good spot long term. It's just going to take a little bit of time. It's just ultimately going to take a little bit of time. You're not going to be able to build. Rome wasn't built in a day, kind of a thing. According to Game Rant, more major gaming deals are in the final stages of negotiations. So there's going to be some more acquisitions coming, it seems. How is New World doing right now, by the way? They added mutators to the expeditions, and they seem to be getting good feedback from that. They just added challenges to something. They did their January update. That video was okay. It wasn't that great. They said, we heard you like challenges, so how has Expedition Mutators been? Oh, they're talking about mutators when they said that. Share your Expedition scores in the comments. Let's see them. So the mutators went into the PTR, and now they're in the main game. So you can run the final three expeditions, and those have mutators in them that make them harder and different, and they're not always the same. Like, what do they change them like every day? Bungie is a pivotal weapon in PlayStation Online multiplayer. Multiplayer assault. Opinion. Bungie gives Sony the live service know-how it'll need to launch big online games. It makes sense, too, because if you think about it, like, traditionally we always said that, like, Sony just wasn't really focused on the online and on the multiplayer. They were more focused on single player, but I think they're seeing that that's such a lucrative vertical to be in. Outside of profitable and growing franchise, what does Bungie bring to the PlayStation business at large? To use the corporate term, what are the synergies here? It comes down to the same reason the firm bought Naughty Dog 20 years ago, and indeed, just look at the most recent Sony deals. Firesprite, Bluepoint, Nixxes, Housemarque, and Insomniac. Some of those studios have IPs, but nothing particularly significant. Sony picked up these companies because of the teams and their abilities, whether that's in making great games, remaking great games, porting games to PC, or utilizing new VR technology. Even outside of these acquisitions, last year Sony signed publishing partnerships with Haven Studios, Deviation Games, and Firewalk Studios. Yeah, so they're like talent hunting and tech hunting more than they are IP hunting. Creature thinks it's going to be the rebirth of SOCOM. All three are new studios founded by talent that had worked on games like Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty, and yes, Destiny. They're all working on new IPs, and they may not all be successful, but the collective experience of working together will no doubt prove beneficial either way. Sony's buying talent. Yeah, they're buying talent and tech. They're not necessarily buying IPs. And I think that's why so many people were immediately concerned. They were like, oh my gosh, you just bought Bungie. What's going to happen to Destiny? What's going to happen to Destiny? That seemed to be one of the primary concerns of the audience. It also seemed to be one of the primary concerns of, you know, they knew people were going to be concerned about that. It was like the first thing they put in the announcement. It's like, hey, don't worry. You know, they're going to stay, you know, creatively independent. Kickstarter project update. European order round 1 complete. Other updates. When am I going to get mine? When is North American shipping going to arrive? What about North and South America? As mentioned previously, shipping from our North American warehouse would take approximately 3 to 4 weeks to complete due to sicknesses and sicky. We are now on week 4. And we expect to complete all shipping this week. We'll post an announcement like this once we're done. So I kickstarted the Assassin's Creed Valhalla Orlog dice game. I thought it'd be really fun for my wife and I to play, like a little 1v1, you know, kind of a board game. And my gosh, they had so many problems with production and shipping because of Sicky. So many problems. I was baffled at how many people thought Halo was now going to be on PlayStation because Bungie was bought out. Oh, they thought Halo? Yeah. People. Well, okay. Here's the thing. In their defense, docs. In their defense, a lot of the people that were writing articles were putting Halo in the. I almost swore in the title. They're putting it in the frickin' title, man. The makers of Halo and Destiny. Bought by Sony. So everybody saw Halo and all the headlines. They're like, what? Oh my gosh. Well, that was for that was for shock value. You see Sony and you see Halo in the same sentence as Sony acquisition or Sony buys or Sony purchases, and then they frickin' throw Halo on there. Well, everybody loses their minds, right? Everybody goes crazy. They're like, wait a minute, what? And we'll get you a higher click rate. You know, Bungie is the original makers of Halo. Yes, of course. I'm not denying that. But make no mistake, they did that for frickin' clicks. They knew people would click thinking that Sony bought Halo. Halo has been irrelevant for so long. Who would think that Bungie didn't still develop it? I don't understand what you're saying. I think text to speech got jacked up there. SOCOM could be huge. Yeah, because if they could bring the we talked about this earlier. We're obviously well off the topic of Halo. We talked about this earlier. The idea that the Tiger engine could be used to build a new shooter, okay? And that shooter could be built like from the ground up. So that way they could build it with dedicated servers. They could build it with better netcode. They could build it to be more modern, but it would still have the weight and the good feeling of an FPS, of the Destiny FPS, you know, the secret sauce, as it were. The secret sauce. So they could be in a position to do that. To say, hey, we know that Destiny can't be rebuilt. We know that Destiny can't be rebuilt, and because it can't be rebuilt, you know, with dedicated servers, why don't we take the Tiger engine and the shooting and the gun mechanics and all that, and let's put that into another game. And build it with Deddies. Having visions of Fox Hunt right now. SOCOM's an old man's game. Yeah, it was. I don't know. Still might be popular. It still might be popular. Oh. Destiny 1 remaster for the PS5. This is a joke. Where are you seeing that report? Is anybody reporting on that, or are you just saying that? Oh, you're saying your comment is a joke. Right. Well, you shut down I'm free for a chat? Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of tempted. We could push that. We could push it early, couldn't we? Send everybody over. Oh, you just have it scheduled so nobody can see it just yet. We could push it early and just send everybody over. We're kind of, well, we had a bit of a rebound. If you're tuning in for Halo Infinite BR discussion, and we've been discussing it quite a bit, the poll at the top of the chat is there for you to voice your opinion on whether or not you would even play a Halo Infinite BR. We talked about all the different ways that they could do it. People suggesting it would need to feel pretty significant. We actually got a lot of search off of Halo Infinite, so we got a lot of people that came in looking for Halo Infinite coverage. You were probably looking; those are probably people that were looking for the store items about an hour and 10 minutes ago. If you're new and haven't hit subscribe yet, that is how you talk in the chat. I'm feeling that the topic has run its course, which is fine. That happens very regularly in a live environment. We sort of beat the conversation, dead after about 2 hours now. SOCOM versus the older Rainbow Six games go. I don't know why, but I remember liking the older Ghost Recon games more than either SOCOM or Rainbow Six. Maybe it was because I can't remember why, but I feel like my brother and we played one of the Ghost Recons. We played one of the older Ghost Recons co-op, and it was really, really fun. I remember doing that. I can't remember. I don't think we did a lot with Rainbow Six. Yeah, I remember playing Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter or whatever it was called. Me and my friend played that co-op. That one baked a little bit too long. That one got delayed like 3 or 4 times, and you could tell when you played it. It had been delayed numerous times. One of the original architects of 100 Thieves is joining Benchmark. What is Benchmark? I have a feeling this is going to be like an NFT. This is NFTs or crypto or something. Maybe. They don't have anything in their profile header. Yeah, they're not specific of what they are. It just says, I'm officially starting with Benchmark end of February. I will continue on my journey of hanging out on the edges of the internet to discover at work, world-class, shaping future technology. This has got to be a crypto company. Gotta be. Because they don't have any. They don't have any details about, like. Yep, here it is. This person at Benchmark, I invest in consumer marketplace and crypto, formerly at Pinterest. And they have somebody else. That guy doesn't say what he's doing. This person doesn't say what they're doing. This person doesn't say what they're doing. Investor in software seed. Yep. That's what it is. It's crypto. Yep. Yep. Yeah, when you go to @benchmark, they don't say what they don't say what they're all about, which immediately made me curious. It was like, why aren't you promoting? Why aren't you promoting what you're doing? It's like there's such a stigma right now with crypto and NFTs, like they don't even want to put it in their profile. Respawn status stating that there will be a soft launch for Apex Mobile is coming. For those in the countries mentioned below, please follow the link or visit the Google Play Store page to pre-register. So calling all legends in Argentina, Colombia, Mexico, Peru, Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, Australia, and New Zealand, the soft launch for Apex Legends Mobile is coming. Pre-registration is only available in these countries via the Google Play Store, so visit the link below to participate. For all other legends, including iOS players, stay tuned for more. So they're having a soft launch of Apex Legends. I'm going to throw that in the updates room. That might be an update. Excuse me. That might be a quick update. Their new season's around the corner as well. Well. How to invest in an NFT subprime mortgage bond. Conflict Desert Storm. What was the dragon game? There was that really, really realistic shooter with dragon in the name. What was it called? Yeah, Team 17 games that denouncing NFTs in their game. Oh, everyone under Team 17. Yeah, Overcooked came out and said they see no way they'll be adding NFTs anytime soon because they don't feel it's good. Hey, another coffee order. 3 bags of Frickmas to Nightshade. Get fricked in February. Use code GETFRICKED to get 20% off our holiday Frickmas blend. Thank you so much. We are plowing through the Rageless Roast Holiday Blend. I don't know. Are we down into the final 100 bags yet? We're close. We're close to the final 100 bags. Getting down to the final countdown. All throughout February, you can use the code GETFRICKED to get 20% off the Frickmas blend. We are moving through that inventory. It will no longer be available end of February. So do that all throughout this month. We appreciate so many coffee orders today. Thank you so much. How do people buy into the pyramid scheme if you don't tell people about it? I could just tell. Like, he announces this big move to this company, and you go and you check the company, and their profile has like 75,000 followers and nothing, not a single dadgum piece of information in their profile header. Not a link to a website, nothing. I'm like, it's crypto. It's crypto. You don't want to tell people that it's crypto because there's a huge stigma about crypto and NFTs right now. So you're just going to say, yeah, we're Benchmark. What the frick is that? What is that, bro? You know? You know what I'm saying, chat. You know what I'm saying, chat. What time are we at? All right. You say it's for charity? No, 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 no. That's how you distract people from the fact that you're a scum human being guilty of misconduct. That's what you're supposed to use charity for. You don't do it that way. You don't tell people that your business is for charity. What stigma? I thought NFTs and crypto were the future. There's a giant stigma right now. A giant stigma, especially in the gaming community. People are very against it. Basically, people feel like every company and every person is trying to jump on it with little knowledge of what it means and how it holds value. Like that's why everybody has a stigma about it. Every video game company, every publisher, every developer that's coming out and talking about it, it's like, what, you know what I mean? What the frick? Operation Flashpoint. That's what it was, Docs. Yeah. Operation Flashpoint. But it was something with the dragon, wasn't it? Dragon Rising. Yes. Operation Flashpoint Dragon Rising was ridiculously difficult. Me and my friends were playing it. It was super frustrating because, like, it was one of those confusing launch dates where, like, they said it was launching on this date and none of us could find it at the store, and this was before the age of, like, just downloading it digitally. So, like, that wasn't, like, an option, right? And so that wasn't an option for us. So it was like, okay, you know, do you have it? No. I went to, like, GameStop. I went to Toys R Us. Like, nobody had Operation Flashpoint Dragon Rising. And it was super, super tough because it was mega realistic. I'm not kidding you. They'd be like, we need you to go over here, and it's X number of kilometers away, and you had to hoof it. And you'd get shot once or twice and be dead. like real warfare, like horribly frustrating, you know, and irritating. Hi there. Unfortunately, there is not an option to change your Spring assigned store URL. However, you can connect to a custom domain. You can see below how to do this. If you have any other questions, let me know. So we can't do it, Creature. We either use their existing domain thing, or we'll have to just make a new store when the time comes. Not a fan of NFT, but I did take your joystick logo and create 1,000 different versions. If you want to buy the green one, it's $4,000. I have ownership on the blockchain. That's how it works, right? I gave you $20 and a stick of gum for the blue joystick, says Chess Pain. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. I'm going to be honest with you right now. There are streamers at this moment in time waiting to act on this when it's more accepted. They know that they can drive a crazy amount of money with all of their footprint and all of their reach, and you better bet your butt they're all going to be doing it. Especially the more, like, you know, the more unethical ones. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to be the quickest to jump on this. They're just waiting for the general public to become more accepting of it. That's all they're doing. They have $250,000 for Lono in his underwear. Well, I mean, that picture doesn't exist. That picture doesn't exist. But But just wait. Just you wait. The more, you know, sort of, the more compromised, more, you know, willingly, you know, willing to do things that are either unethical or corner cut or backroom deals and all that stuff, they're going to be one of the first ones to dive in to using NFTs. That's what's going to happen. They'll be the first ones. They'll use their logo. They'll use their emotes. They'll do all of it. They'll do all of it. You're talking about the Destiny Old Guard? Oh, yeah. They'll be some of the first people to do it. I'd put $10 on the table. They'll be some of the first people to do it. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. They're either probably saying very little right now, or they're, you know, or they're very sort of passively setting up like the fact that they're interested, they're researching it, all of that. I don't follow any of them, but I'm telling you right now, they'll be some of the first people to jump on it. Ethics aside, if they can make money, they'll do it. No doubt, not a single doubt in my mind that they'll be some of the earliest adopters of that stuff, of using, you know. And I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if that's how they get people to buy in. They'll interweave it with charitable work. They'll interweave it with charitable work. Any money we make, we're going to give a portion to this charity. That's how they'll get you. That's how they'll get people to shut their critical thinking off and buy in. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Lono doesn't know about the secret OnlyFans? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We would push it right now, Creature. That's what I was thinking. I was just trying to hit 2. I was just trying to hit 2 on this one. They didn't do an actual game update today, so even though Tenrai happened and then there was the store update, but like, I think Tenrai has run its course. I think Tenrai has run its course. So we could go at half past. We could go in like 5. Donate, get a custom NFT. Yep. Do you see the story about Ice Poseidon stealing $500,000 from fans? It seemed like there might have been more to that. Like, Paul pulled the numbers, and it did not look like he gutted the value like they said. I don't know. It seemed like he basically did a pump and dump. He pumped it up, got everybody to support it, and then once the value was super, super high, he sold all of his. So, like, celebrities, it'll get regulated, just you wait. Like, celebrities and streamers pushing crypto and getting everybody to buy in so that then they can make a ton of money. I don't know. Contrast is hitting Game Pass on the 3rd. Contrast game. It's a puzzle-based game? No. Contrast is a puzzle platform game. The one from like 2013? It looks like an old game. Yeah, it's an old game. I don't think we'll be checking that out. When really old games come to Game Pass, no, that doesn't do anything for us. Lono Litecoin. Oh, that's an old one. I have my long hair there, pulled back in a ponytail, with a big old brewski. I'm looking at my face there. Yeah, I was heavier back then. which is illegal in regulated markets. Yeah, pump and dump is super illegal. Like, if PewDiePie booted up and told everybody to buy a stock and told everybody to do it, and he got everybody to do it, and then he sold his because he artificially increased the value of that stock, he'd get in serious trouble. Right? Now, depending on where you operate out of, maybe not. Maybe not. He actually stole it from Vans, TBH. He even admitted it on CoffeeZilla in an interview, there's no doubt. Yeah, I read the interview. He said he was just taking care of himself. No, it's fine. It's an NFT. It's different. Yeah. It's different, bro. Unregulated. Yeah. So people can basically pump and dump. They can use their microfame to make more money and basically rip people off. Need help managing your streams? We've expanded channel permissions to include access to the live control room. Now, when you grant editor or manager permission, your team can access the live control room to moderate chat, start and stop streams, or schedule future streams. That's great. But sadly, that means nothing for live streaming right now. It means nothing for live streaming right now. Like, we need the live streaming infrastructure to be better. We need better monetization. We need gifted memberships. We need the chat to be better. We need people to be able to select their username. We need people to be able to not have their full name in chat. You know, you need to streamline that entire friggin' process. Like, that's great that they added that. That's great. Keep going. Like, let me live redirect to any video, please. Let me live redirect to any video. One man has almost single-handedly moved the entire crypto market. He made a ton doing it and left thousands of others holding the bag. Yeah, we need better moderation tools for real. For real. Okay, Pokey's live. All right. I need your guys' help with something. We're gonna call it. This topic wasn't. This topic didn't last. We thought it would be a little bit more spicy. Maybe once we have more details. Maybe once we know more. You guys were amazing. I think the Halo audience just wasn't looking for this today. They were looking for the store items, and then they all left pretty quickly, which is totally fine. I think the Halo crowd will be more apt to discuss this in the future, but I think we've kind of run our course with it. It was a really good conversation, by the way. We've been streaming for 2 hours, and I would say about an hour and a half of that was a good conversation about all the different ways you could do a Halo Infinite Battle Royale. So if you're new, make sure and hit subscribe. Make sure and hit the like button. I'm going to send you over to our other channel. I'm going to put a link in chat. We have a video that just went live speculating about the fact that Pokimane might be leaving Twitch. Go give that video some love. Also, do me a favor, if you didn't watch the video from this morning about Valkyrie's announcement, watch that video as well. We got 2 new videos over there. That's the channel where I do the I Can Cast Anything challenges. It's where I do Thursday afternoon streams doing drop die casts into Battle Royales, and it's where I do Friday nights with Hillies now. Friday nights with Hilly. The Friday night shoutcast. This last week we shoutcasted some Dr. Disrespect games, and then we did drop die cast, and then we did I Can Cast Anything. If you're a paying member, you can submit I Can Cast Anything challenges in the Discord, okay? So click the link, make sure you're subbed to that channel, make sure you're supporting the videos, and also get fricked in February. Continue to use the code GETFRICKED at rageousroast.com to get a discount on the Frickmas blend of coffee. So click the link in chat, give the Pokimane video some love, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for a great day.